Everybody wave! Hi! We made it, Reddit! Hello, everyone, and welcome to our second episode of The Drafters, our Blades in the Dark campaign. We're just going to jump right into it. Let everybody welcome each other and introduce ourselves and our characters and all that other great stuff. And we will start with our wonderful storyteller, Theater Nerd.
Hi, my name is Theater Nerd. Today is going to be a long day for me because I get to run this and then I get to go play Call of Cthulhu tonight. Because this is our normal off week. Because somebody had a birthday last week.
I don't
Who
know
that
who it was.
But yeah, I'm happy to be here. And excited to see what happens next.
All right. Cool beans. Thank you. Next, welcome back, Jason.
Hi, my name is Jason, and my friends call me Jason. I'm a he, they kind of guy. And I have Dr. Biscuits, who is, looks like a Victorian gentleman, but he's, we're going to go with eccentric. They really like that word back in the day.
Okay. Back in.
Disturbingly eccentric.
Okay. Thank you for rejoining us, Jason. It's great to have you here. Next, we have Jamie.
Hey, I'm Jamie. I'll be playing Patches. He's like a glorified babysitter. He is, what is his actual title? He is the retainer for our young noble Royce.
Yeah. Excellent. Thank you so much for joining us and coming back and all that good stuff. Next, we have Sahara.
Hi, I'm playing Ilya of Slide. She will spy and, she's the best of both the underworld and knows a bit about the high society.
Excellent. Very nice. And hi, everyone. My name is Val. Today, I will be playing Royce Chambers, codename Cola. He is the hound of the group, and he is a 19-year-old. He's a 19-year-old. I don't know. He thought that joining Antifa was a great idea. Like, that's essentially what happened. He wants to eat the rich, even though he comes from it. So that's his shtick, right? But yeah, that's me. As a reminder, this is a viewer effective game. Nightbot will go around and let us know exactly what's going on. But for every 100 biddies that you give to the channel, you can have us re-roll a dice of our choice. If you subscribe to the channel, you can we can get a critical, an automatic critical, which is very important in this game. And if you donate money, like $5 or more through Streamlabs or Coffee, you can kind of give a minor plot hook for our storyteller to work with. On top of that, we have above us a sub point goal today. And what that is that we will, if we reach 5 sub points today during the stream, there will be a viewer decision straw poll. And that straw poll will be naming our otter, because he still doesn't have a name, and we want to involve you into this process. So that's what we got going on today, and without further ado, Theater Nerd, please take us away.
Hello, you all. Were successful on your smuggling operation out of the city, or smuggling into the city. Your pickup and drop off mission. So we have some things we have to settle for downtime actions. So there should be one that says, well, we'll start with the payment. It probably is the next morning. And I would say that you all, first off, get 3 rep as a crew. Because likely the group you were up against was tier 1 and you all are tier 0, so you get +1 and you start with 2 automatically. Eon.
So we should have 3 pips in turf?
In rep.
In rep.
In rep,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay. None were clipped.
And
Okay.
you all, I would say this is kind of a big deal. Explosives aren't really a thing that are supposed to be smuggled into the city.
Mm-hmm.
So I would say your payoff in coin is 8 coin that you can either divvy up amongst yourselves or put in the group. There's a technical term that I'm blanking on.
There's the regular hold, which is on the crew sheet, is coin, and then can have extra involved, or we can put it into the stash, which represents putting it into like a long-term storage investment, and money that's in the stash is not as accessible.
But you can also divvy it up amongst yourselves as well.
Actually, I think crews don't actually have a stash. They can just carry a few coin, but
I thought.
yeah. The crew sheet itself doesn't actually have the stash function, but
Sure it does.
the crew.
Well, it has a vault.
Yeah,
I guess.
the vault is the upgrade in the little squares to the right.
Oh, well then you might want to divvy it up amongst yourselves.
Yeah, so most
that's
of
a
it
decision you guys can make.
yeah, so and then I believe each of us can carry up to 4 in liquid cash, but anything else or whatever we choose would go into our stash. And once each level of stash is full, our lifestyle upgrades.
Gotcha.
So we have 8 coin. What are we going to do with it all?
Like, if we did have a stash, my suggestion would have been put 4 in there and then 1 for each of us. But since we don't, we can just divvy it up for 2 each.
Yeah, I suppose so.
Mm-hmm.
Fantastic.
Just on character sheet, mark off 2 coin.
2 coin. Where is that?
That would be in the center of your sheet. Next to your harm boxes.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
1, 2,
And
bam. There we go. Cool.
each unit of coin represents about a week's wages for a regular skilled worker.
Okay.
So probably about $700 to $1,000.
Okay. Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't even make that much in 2 weeks.
Right?
Yeah, cool.
Okay.
Yeah, and coin can be used for any number of things, especially in downtime. You can use it to buy extra downtime actions or upgrade roles. You might use it to pay bribes while you're on missions. For small bribes, you generally would roll with your lifestyle, which is currently at 0. For larger bribes, you can actually spend coin.
Okay. Cool. All right.
So,
That's probably what I'll save mine for then, since that seems like something my character would definitely be.
Yeah. But you can only
looking
have
into.
4 loose, so anything else would have to go in your stash, which is, it's long term. You can pull money out of stash, but you only get half of it back if you do. So
Yeah. All right.
next up,
now we'll move on to heat because that's the next step.
So high.
That was not a particularly quiet job blowing things up, y'all did.
Nope.
Therefore, it's probably 4 heat.
Oof.
but it was outside of the city.
Yeah, but I don't think you were all that far outside of the city.
Okay.
And it still was an explosion.
Yeah.
It was still a stick of dynamite exploding.
2 sticks.
Are you arguing it should be 2 instead of 4? Is that what you're trying to argue? That because it was outside of the city, it was a bit more contained?
3?
Yeah, you could just do one off, maybe, if it's...
Okay, I would say 3 is probably okay.
Okay.
Yay!
Correct me if I'm wrong, because I can't remember anymore. Did you guys end up killing someone or just severely maiming them? I really don't remember. Or did you just sink the boats?
We sunk 2
I'm
boats
pretty
for
sure somebody died.
I'm pretty sure somebody died. Like, I'm pretty sure if they were
I
on
blew
that
up,
boat.
yeah, like I shot the barrel
Yeah.
of dynamite and got I used a crit or something.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Okay, so that is 5 heat total.
Hot dog
Which is not
or
good.
hot crew, I guess.
But heat is not good, but we can try to do something about that.
Yeah.
Yes, it's one of the downtime moves. So now we'll move on to entanglements. I did make sheets. I'm gonna redo them because I forgot I had this PDF that made it way more simplified and much easier to understand until just now.
Mhm.
Do you want to know what your entanglements are, or do you want me to roll in private and make a note of them? It can be done either way. And we could also switch it up in the future.
How would it affect gameplay, like one way or the other?
So
Does it-
entanglements are things that are going to happen with like other crews or the blue sashes, because I apparently mashed two groups, two factions together.
Doesn't matter. It's your game.
You're
Right
the
now,
GM.
I will say most of them are pretty benign.
Some of them I think we would definitely know about in character, just kind of by the nature, but some of them we wouldn't necessarily know about.
Yeah,
But we
so
could
your
still
call.
know out of character or not.
Okay.
I would say it's your call.
Yeah.
I don't care one way or the other. So
If we're gonna find out about our entanglements, I want it to be a story element instead of just like us out of characterly knowing it. I would like for us to-
right.
in,
We'll
like-
deal with it in
Okay.
character narratively.
Okay,
I just didn't know if you wanted to know about
then
it
that sounds
Well,
fun. So
Yeah, we'll just
before
you can
the
just
fact was all.
take a
Mhm.
note of it. Then I think that's what we
Yeah.
would like.
Yeah.
Sounds like.
Cool. So I am going to roll 2 dice and take the lower because your wanted level is 0.
That is correct.
R/2d6. So 3. Interesting. So I think I'm gonna go with questioning because we haven't really. You guys don't have cohorts, right? I don't remember what you decided to take as.
I don't believe we have a cohort.
mm-mm.
We have boat instead.
Okay. Yeah, then I will do questioning and. Cool. Does somebody want to make me a fortune roll?
Sure.
How many dice?
That's a good question.
Let me double check. Is for questioning.
It says blue coats round up an NPC crew member for or contact for questioning. So I'm gonna have them question one of the like low level people of the lady who
Okay,
who gave you today's job.
Ooh, okay.
all right. So
For-
the roll for that would just be their number of dice equal to their tier. So what tier would they be?
Go ahead and make a fortune roll with 2 dice.
Tier 2. Impressive.
She's been in the game a while.
Hmm.
Oh, a 6.
Mm.
They resist questioning and tell them they know nothing.
Oh.
Anyhow, I'm going to
Which
be
is
late to
good
the
because
farmer's market.
you guys don't want any more heat right now.
No, probably not.
Yeah.
Bad things like going to jail happen with heat and wanted levels. Cool. Now we are to downtime activities,
Ooh.
of which there are several options, and everybody gets to choose 2.
Okay.
And it is on page 53, I think, is where it starts.
Or you click the link I put in chat.
Or you can click that. I'm gonna put together more handouts.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yay! I have the luxury of my my book. Who had a very interesting morning.
Yeah,
Okay.
there's a nice handy for you. 159 is going to be your friend in this case, at least for basic descriptions of all of the.
You said 53 for downtime?
Well, that's the whole chapter on downtime.
Oh, okay.
59 will be the summary of all the different.
Actions. Okay, I was like a thing away.
Yeah, page
So
159.
you can either recover, which is healing, reduce heat, you can train, you can reduce stress by indulging your stress,
Your vice.
or your vice, that's what I meant.
Yeah.
You can do a long-term project or acquire an asset.
I would definitely like to reduce my stress. So, yeah.
Now, one thing to be aware of with reducing stress through a vice is you will roll dice based on your lowest attribute. And attribute scores equal to how many different skills you have under that attribute. And then you take the highest die. But if you roll higher than your number of stress, you overindulge and suffer a penalty.
Okay.
Basically, it's like I need to smoke to let off some steam, but then you go past stone to completely fucking waste it.
Nice.
And there are various penalties for that, which can include like the purveyor cutting you off, or even your character having to sit out a session.
Well,
We can tweak that a little bit as well.
Or you get too stoned and you start bragging and you gain more heat because you tell everybody about what
well,
you
my
did.
vice is luxury, so.
Yeah.
Because I'm at. Well, I'm only at 3 stress, so I'm not too bad right now, but it's the only thing I can think of that I like.
You did talk about wanting to train your otter to walk on a leash, which I said was a long-term project because you have to fashion the harness.
Well, it wasn't that I
create
wanted
the
him
harness and then
to
actually
walk on a
train it.
leash. I just wanted him to be able to like have a small carrying capacity. Like I wanted to give him a satchel.
That's what it is. But you still have to give him, you still. I couldn't remember what you said. I was talking with my friend. She had her cats walking on leashes. Apparently, that's why that was what was in my head. But that. Not something naturally that otters do.
Yeah.
And even if it was,
to be fair,
you still
neither
have
is
to be-
playing poker, but I
you still have
understand.
to make the harness.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, I
teach you to wear it.
could definitely I would maybe spend some downtime finding a specialized tailor to start with measuring my otter and thus beginning his harness making.
I just wanted to remind you that you had mentioned you wanted that.
Yes,
Yeah.
I do. And now that I'm reminded, I'm like, you know what? That sounds like a great fucking idea. Let's do it.
Okay.
So, which skill would you use to do that?
I mean, survey, right?
Survey, which is perception.
To find a place?
Yeah.
Right.
So that's
Cool.
a good start. In which case, then, to do that, you would roll survey, position, fortune, standard effect.
I mean, that's whatever theater nerd wants me to do. That's what
Yeah,
I'll do.
I don't think it would be hard for you to find someone.
So survey. What about my position?
Fortune.
I'm sorry. I'm asking our storyteller.
Probably. Why
Rules
am I
is
blanking?
written, it would be fortune because there are no consequences for downtime rolls.
Yeah.
Oh, is that what it is?
Literally, if there are no consequences for a roll, it's a fortune roll.
It's a fortune roll. So
So it's whatever, how many ever pips you have, you roll
Yeah.
as a fortune roll.
okay.
Yeah. So you
All
can
right.
choose fortune as your position, yeah.
There we go. And affect, my friend.
Oh, you won't have one for this roll.
Yeah.
Zero
it's
effects.
yeah.
Bonus
Just
dice.
to see if you can
0.
find a place, like, yeah.
A 5.
Okay.
So I think it takes you a little bit of time.
All right. As a
Um,
long-term project, you would start a clock for that.
Yep.
And
So,
5
I
is
would
2
say
tips.
this is a little bit of an odd request.
Mm-hmm.
So even a good tailor or leather worker is it's going to be an odd project for them. So
Mhm.
I would say you get, it's a 6 segment clock.
Okay.
And 4 to 5, I want to say is 2 ticks, but I don't.
It is.
Yes. 2 ticks.
Progress clock.
And the tailor will go, this is kind of an odd request, sir.
An otter request?
Jesus Christ, Jamie.
I didn't say
I
it.
was trying to refrain.
No, it's fine. Just torture me. It's okay. Like, let's be real. It's my kink.
Sorry, I couldn't resist.
I know. Thanks.
This is what I've done to everything. This was my suggestion for you to have an otter companion.
And I didn't deny you because it was a great idea. So, because otters are great.
Yeah, it fits too with like the canals and
Yeah.
everything. It
Very
makes sense.
specifically, he's a large river otter or giant river otter. So, Just-
I think the tailor or leather worker takes measurements like chest circumference.
he's just like the
And,
otter
like-
just stands up and like holds out his arms. Like,
They're having a back and forth the whole
And-
yeah.
And I think you see like the leather worker kind of do this tentatively. He's
Yeah.
like, I don't want to get bitten. I don't want to get bitten. I'm gonna do this so I can get paid.
Yeah.
But I don't want to be bitten.
So you are aware that I'm not trained in doing accessories for otter anatomy, correct?
I believe
Or
in you.
now.
I believe he's, Royce is gonna be like, come on, man. Like, I told you got this. I believe in you. He's hyping up the tailor. Like, just like, it's
First time
good.
for everything.
Yeah, it's all right. It's kind of like, it's like making a satchel for a baby, right? Like, he's just a very long baby.
Well, I think you see him turn around after he gets the measurements and make this like quick drawing. And you ever see the like under the arm holsters for guns that like in
Yeah.
old cop movies? I'm imagining it's like that with little pouches. So
Okay.
it's like along his side, but it like goes over his arms, kind of like suspenders.
There you go. I like it.
It's gonna
Um,
take me some time. I usually make this for men more your size.
Mhm.
So to like downsize it and make sure it's not too bulky and too heavy will take me a little bit of time.
Okay. Gotcha. So Sierra, just when you're not talking, just because there's a lot of noise coming from your camera, if you could just mute your mic. Thank you.
Okay.
No problem. Thanks. Appreciate it. But yeah, no, just it's like so. How long is this gonna take? When do I come back? Do you need to have a fitting? What's the deal?
Well, you're gonna have to give me like a couple days,
Oh yeah, totally. Yeah.
and then
Uh-huh.
bring your otter friend back, and I ought to be done. Ought to be done.
All right, cool. You heard that, pal? You heard that, bud? You're gonna look spiffy. And my otter just like finger guns back at me, like, and then finger guns at the tailor and like winks at the tailor.
I think that you get the tailor doing the finger guns back, but doing it like, I'm not sure how I feel about what's happening. Did I take drugs I didn't realize this morning?
and he just
But it's like, if he's gonna pay me, you got it, guys.
and with that, like, all right, see you in a couple of days. Come on, bud, let's go. And the otter just like comes up, wraps around my shoulder, and as we're like leaving, though, the otter just like turns around and does at the tailor, just to make things weirder.
I think as the camera like pans and follows you guys out the door, you just get a shot back of the tailor with just this horrified look, like I'm gonna be murdered in my sleep by an otter.
But yeah, that's essentially
There's a quote for you. I'm going to be murdered in my sleep by an otter. No context.
Anyway, that's that's my downtime, at least the beginning of my downtime, depending on when I get back, if you want to get to other humans.
Anyone else?
Would someone else like to go first?
Well, I have a level 1 harm, and I'd like to not have level 1 harm. So I am going to do a recovery.
Cool.
And so in recovery,
You have a particular psyker. Oh wait, you can do this to yourself, can't you?
yes, it also works on myself. But to recover, you get treatment to tick your healing clock, which is 4. Either use the tier rating of whoever's treating you, or in my case, since I'm Physiker, not only can I use Tinker for medicine, I also get +1 die.
Which is good.
Yeah, and I can do that to everybody in the group.
Yep.
So,
Cool.
so let's see how much I heal from this. A 5, which is 2 ticks. So I'm halfway recovered. At least it's not a 1.
Correct.
All right, that's 1 for me. And I can treat other people without using my own downtime actions. It's always the person getting healing that spends them. So
I don't know if anyone else got hurt.
Yeah, I don't think anyone else did.
Yeah, I didn't.
okay. I thought somebody else got a level 1 harm, but either way. What do other people want to do? If you're not sure what else to do, you can always work on reducing heat.
Yeah, I think I definitely want to do that. And then I was looking at my vice, and is there a list of them or something? Because I don't remember. Mine says obligation, which I don't remember what that entails.
So there's a list somewhere in the book. I'd have to figure out which page of general vice categories, which are like 5 and 6.
I have it. I have it.
There
right
you go.
here.
Yeah, what is obligation? I don't like. I obviously picked it for a reason when I made my character.
You're
It's just been a
devoted
while.
to a family, a cause, an
Gotcha.
organization, a charity, etc.
Okay, yeah, so that makes sense for my character. So yeah, I would probably I don't need to indulge my vice, so I'd probably just work on the heat, and maybe even start like a long-term project of just making our hideout more of a living space as opposed to a a hole in the wall,
Fair enough.
because we do have bunks, I believe.
Yeah, we took quarters, so
Quarters.
yeah, so people can sleep here, which is more secure than whatever flop houses we were throughout the city.
So what would you like to do first?
Just reduce my heat, yeah.
Reduce
So-
the heat. Okay, so how are
Attempt
you going about doing that?
I mean, I have a lot of connections, so probably consort. It's
Okay.
also what my character's best at. So
Are
I
you
would probably
trying to
talk
like
to.
go to a blue coat and
Probably not, because I don't think they like me very much. I would probably go to like the help and try and like spread some false accusations to get the heat on somebody else.
for
like,
the murder and explosion.
Yeah, like
and
my
yelling up.
friend is Jenna, who's a servant of a noble house. So
Gotcha.
so
And
she
the
could maybe
servants.
go ahead.
The servants know way more than the people in the house most of the time.
Yeah, I imagine that there's a lot of rumors and stuff, so that she could maybe spread a rumor that someone else did it as opposed to us.
Yep. Cool. Go ahead and roll consort.
Consort.
It would be fortune, so you don't have to worry about the rest of it.
Gotcha.
A 6. That's
Yes.
worth 3 ticks.
Yep.
Nice.
Pulled our heat from 5 to 2, which is really good.
Yeah, absolutely. That's like best case scenario.
Because
And I think we see a shot of the party later on that night. The next night, of Jenna whispering to the other servants who, inevitably there's some rich person who's overheard them, because this is how rumors start in this day and age. Someone says something to someone who says something to their later lady or lord, and the heat is off you at least a little bit.
Awesome. That's pretty much all I really wanted to do.
Okay, did you want to roll for your, like, jazzing up your quarters?
It can be more of just a flavor thing if you want. I'm essentially just,
You
kind of.
get two downtime actions. That's why I'm asking.
And you get two, and they're allowed to be the same thing. So you could always just reduce heat again.
Yeah,
even
we'll
still
try to
using
do.
consort.
We'll just try to do it again. And then, because like my other thing's more of just like a flavor thing. I'm just kind of, being a dad or a mom or housemaker or whatever you want to call me, homemaker. All right, so just another standard fortune roll.
Yep.
All right.
And a 4
So,
would
in
be-
order to jazz it up your place, like, I guess I should ask before we do this, so you know how big your clock is. Are you trying to make it like pristine and perfect, or just seem more like a home with whatever?
Yeah, no, I was just trying to.
So go ahead and you should be able to make clocks on your character sheets.
Okay.
Um,
I can do that instead.
under your skills, there's the planning and load, and then under that, there's the notes section, and a little plus above that to make a clock.
Oh my
and
god.
we'll do a 4-section clock, of which you have half of it full during this downtime action.
Cool. Awesome.
Oh.
Yay!
Yeah, so I'm starting to like stock the cabinets or the pantry and make it where you would eat off the table as opposed to just throw your crap on it and go somewhere else to eat.
You just see Royce going, "What's that big wood piece sitting in the kitchen I bumped into?" That's a table, sir.
I mean, sure.
Royce knows even though he doesn't like he does know. I would imagine he knows his manners, or he knows his way around his dining etiquette or whatever, but
Where
he
did this
rejects
come from?
his.
Of course,
yeah.
we
How long
need-
has this table been here? That's, I imagine, more of the
Yeah.
reaction.
and there's a chair for the otter, right?
Of course,
It's
there's
like a
chair
high
for
chair.
that, Yeah.
Little high chair for the otter.
What kind of downtime do you want to get up to, Sahara?
For the time, I was thinking of maybe doing the acquire asset one.
All right.
hmm
So, acquire asset is usually trying to hire or buy something and or borrow use of it from another gang or faction. What kind of asset are you looking to acquire?
Well, well, that's the thing. That's what I wanted to do, but I don't know what type of asset. I just know how I want to play it out, borrowing it.
Are you going to like a contact of yours? Like, are you looking for information? Are
Yeah,
you looking for something physical?
Yeah, I was mainly looking for information from the news around, kind of like making it be from one of my nightly visits.
Okay.
Okay.
Information's usually covered under the gather information action, which is something we do during the prep phase for going on a foray.
I see.
But she could be trying to acquire a cohort, a personal one, which has this information.
Yeah.
It's either for a downtime action.
Yeah.
That absolutely works. You can contract a cohort of an expert to do something for you for one or two sessions.
So, I'm assuming, and you can correct me if I'm wrong, you're going to use consort to try to get someone to keep an ear out for you for the gossip
Yep.
around the town.
Mhm.
Okay. Go ahead and roll with fortune.
All right.
How many ever dice you have? Yeah, I think you find, like, probably somebody, because you were, correct me if I'm wrong, because I don't want to assume things, but I know we talked about this. Your character was a lady of the night, or your character's family has
Yeah.
dealings in that business?
Yeah, she's in the business. Her mom was one. She is one.
Okay, so you probably know other ladies of the night.
Mhm.
And I'm going to um say that you probably this was a girl that, like, I don't know if there's a house that you all meet at, but she's like, yeah, I'll get whatever gossip I can get for you. And you can go ahead and name her. I have no particular feelings about names on this one.
I might just use the name that's in my character sheet for a friend. Here.
Okay. Which is what? I can look it up.
Yeah. Nyrix, Nyrryx.
NRRYX.
Nyrryx.
What a name.
Yeah.
Nyrix.
Something
Cool.
like that.
You have it. We will get you information.
Interesting.
Do you have any other ideas of what you would like to do as a downtime action?
Not really, because I didn't really take any harm or anything like that, so none of the stuff I need, and we already had our heat lowered.
Okay. I mean, in theory, you could try reducing the heat more, or, I mean, you can
Yeah, we
see
still have
how
to
everybody else's actions go.
or if you have an idea for like a project or something, you can do that.
I can try to reduce the heat a bit more.
And how about you? How do you go about doing this?
I would talk about my nightly clients and then tell them about the rumors of it. The rumors that were already spread with the higher ups.
Okay.
Mhm.
Yep, I think that works for me. And correct me if I'm wrong. You're trying to consort with them.
Yes.
Okay, go ahead and roll. See how
And it's-
successful you are.
It's fortune again.
Correct.
And real quick, thank you so much, She Games, He Games, for that wonderful raid. Appreciate you guys. Y'all be sure to check Hope and Tim out.
We are down to 0. Oh no, yeah, we're down to 0 because that should be 2 heat off. The heat is
No
not
heat.
on in Duskfall.
Getting
At
cold
least
in
not
here.
anymore. Sorry, last week I saw, no, 2 weeks ago I saw Miss Saigon. So the opening song is called The Heat is On in Saigon. But anyway, musical theater nerd joke. Anyway, cool. So your heat is down. So I think Doctor and Royce have another action.
Yes.
That's-
Go ahead, Jason. I got some
I'm probably
thoughts.
going to do recover again to try and get rid of this harm since everything else seems to be in line. So,
Didn't you get quite a bit of stress? Or did I imagine that? Or misremember?
I think his harm came from when he accidentally misused his smoke.
I smoke bombed
Oh.
myself in the face. The stress, I only had 2 stress, so
Oh, okay.
not too worried about stress for the moment, but sure, I will recover and get rid of that because the level 1 harm is a reduced effect when I'm trying to do anything it would apply to. And having messed up eyes pretty much
Yeah.
is everything.
You won't
That's
be
a lot of
surveying
things.
much of anything.
And a 5. Well, that's enough to get rid of it. Yay.
How are those eyes feeling, Doc?
Oh, they're much better now that I've washed them out with mercury.
Mercury, eh? That sounds, I mean, you're the doctor, so, yeah.
And
Silver in the
himself-
eyes.
And now I look like Riddick.
Awesome.
And yeah, since we don't have a whole lot of downtime and other things, I'd probably suggest Royce just
Yeah.
rolling again for that otter rigging.
Yeah, I'm assuming that's what I would do is to continue.
Yeah, we're gonna fast forward a few days, so
Yeah.
if you want to, like, I'm imagining this isn't all happening at once.
Yeah,
Like, it's gonna take a couple of days for the rumors to spread, and
hmm
so you go back to the tailor.
There's at least like this one point when I've had a copy of like the sketch.
Okay.
I just want to like very excitingly like show Patches and Elia and Dr. Biscuits, and just like, look what the otter's getting. Who still doesn't have a name? Look who the otter's getting. Look, we got this little satchel, and I think it's gonna be cool. I think it's gonna be snazzy. Super
Nice.
snazzy, very snazzy. I'm so excited. Oh man, you are gonna be snazzier than Patches.
I'm like I'm like running. I have like like an abacus and like paper in one hand. I don't look up. I'm just like, uh-huh.
Patches, you're not even looking.
Uh-huh. Yeah, it's great. I look over. Oh, yeah, the otter. That's something else.
Well, now he has a place for his own dice.
Guess I'll add that to the expenses then. Okay.
Well, I mean, yeah, there's rigging. It's it's nothing. You ought to know.
More otter puns. As far as the eye can see. Or the ear can hear.
I think the yet unnamed otter, like, has a rock and just like throws it in the direction of Dr. Biscuit, like, knock it off.
Wow.
Yep. Sassy otter. Or big otter. Do you go back to him to see if it all
Yes, I
fits?
definitely go back.
Okay.
hmm Go in with my otter, and just waltz in like super excited. Hey, just come and check up on my otter satchel.
I think you catch him as he's like about to go back, and then there's this long, like, awkward pause where he goes, "Do I turn back around to this kid and the otter who clearly threatened my life? Probably should, because I still don't want to be killed by the otter in my sleep." And he turns back around. "Oh, hey kid, what's going on?"
Hey, I'm just coming to check on that thing I got you to make for my bud here.
Yeah, so
Mhm.
I made the
Mhm.
pouches. I want to see if the vest fits on him and the straps work.
Uh,
So on the pouches.
Yep, go ahead, buddy. Go ahead. So the otter, like, he'll jump down and, like, just kind of, like, skitter over and stand up on, like, the stool or whatever and, like, hold out his arms waiting to be dressed.
I think he he'll walk over to Royce real quick. "Do you know that your otter threatens people?
Royce is gonna be like,
He did one of these to me as you were walking out last time.
oh,
and I'm a
he
little
just
afraid
he just wanted to make sure that you understood that this was a serious matter. It's not a threat. It was a promise.
If I hear about an otter murdering someone in their sleep, I'm going to think it's you."
Nah, he would never do that, would you, bud? And, the otter is just like, I waiting to get dressed?
The detectives are like baffled. They're like, the handprints are so small, and there's fish everywhere.
The only clue was this fish carcass.
the handprints, and there are all these little puncture marks, like he's holding 5 knives at once.
Oh, but
But
yeah.
anyway, he walks slowly back, has a horrified look on his face, like he absolutely does not want to get close to this thing. But you just see him take a deep breath, and in his head he's thinking, "Okay, he's paying me. This is a paid job. I need
He's
to
a
feed my
professional."
family." And so he goes to the otter. It fits on him. Is this gonna work, buddy? He does like hesitant finger guns, like. Hey,
Yeah, so the otter kind of looks over it, kind of does just a little, like, wiggle and, like, walks around and, looks at Royce and does, like, a bro nod at Royce. And, Royce is like, yeah, that'll suffice. He says that'll suffice. Good job.
Okay, well, give me a few minutes. I have to punch some holes and do a little sewing, and the pouches will be on there. Was there anything, like, you wanted me to just stamp in the leather or anything?
You got, like, a draft horse or something on your, to
I
stamp?
think I might have a stamp of something that would work for that.
Yeah, go ahead and do that.
I won't even charge you extra for it, because again, don't want to be murdered in my sleep by an otter.
You are so funny, man. Like, where do you come up with this stuff?
You can tell he's like very like serious. Like
I know, Royce.
Royce may not. I'm saying for the audience.
the
like,
audience
he's not
can.
joking at all. If he had color in his face, it's white now.
Yeah.
He
You're
is-
so funny. Like,
It doesn't matter. He felt threatened. He was kind of hoping you would forget. And so based on that, what would you like to roll to see?
ooh, let's see. Let me look at my sheet.
Well, I would say you consorted with him and had it, was
Can I argue sway?
what probably.
Okay. I'm gonna
I
argue.
mean, I guess he
yeah.
kind of was hesitant to like help you at all. I would say that works.
Okay, cool. I just have like an actual. All right, so
Skill
sway, a fortune roll. I'm guessing.
Yep.
And 0 effect, or
It doesn't matter for
Okay.
fortune roll.
okay.
This is more to see if he just like goes back in the back room and runs out.
Ugh, that's a 3.
Well, so he does get it. I think you do hear like the back door to the workshop run out. Luckily for you, there is like another like apprentice in there. So the work is maybe not as good as it could have been if he hadn't been so chicken to run out.
Mm-hmm.
But it's not, they're like secure. It just
Yeah,
isn't
but the
pretty.
otter is a little displeased. He was like,
I'm
what's up with your boss, man? Like, did he have to
I'm
take,
so
like,
sorry.
was his, like, he must have really had to shit.
Well, so he claims that your otter, when you walked out the other day, and this is like a young female,
Yeah.
did one of these to him, and he has nonstop talked about how an otter has threatened his life.
I'm gonna look down at my otter, and my otter shrugs and just, like, finger guns at me, and then finger guns at the apprentice, and, like, winks at her. Like,
Is your otter coming on to me? Because that's weird.
I mean, he just, I don't know. I to be fair, I don't know how we became friends. He's not my otter. He's just my buddy. So,
Well, did you like feed him fish?
oh yeah, like every morning we have sardines
Well,
for
I
breakfast.
think he's just using you for food.
You know what? Survival of the fittest. That's fair, right, buddy? Like-
Okay, please don't come back for the sanity of my boss and my own safety.
well, I mean, do you have any recommendations?
Well, I mean, this is the best I could do. It wasn't as good as he could do. And you see the draft horse on the horse on the back. It's probably like a big Clydesdale, like big quarter horse type horse.
Mm.
It's like slightly crooked.
Oh, okay. Well, that's fine.
I could if
Okay. Well, that's just life, fam. That's just life. Anyway, you ready, bud?
should hold together. He did most of the craftsmanship. I promise.
Okay. I believe you. That was just a very weird exchange. Like, I don't understand what's wrong with your boss. I mean, my bud's here. He's perfectly fine, sane creature.
I would rather be a tailor than a leather worker anyway, so maybe if he just goes away for being crazy, this works out to my benefit.
Yeah, then you have an entire shop to yourself. Maybe I should come back.
Are you coming on to me?
I mean, hi, my name is Royce.
Hi, Royce. My name is Sarah.
Hey, Sarah, what's up?
I mean, I'm guessing he'll come back. I can't guarantee he won't run away if you come back.
I mean, I can guarantee he runs away. We just need to have the otter hang out with you.
I mean, I don't...
What do you like to do for fun, Sarah?
So... Is there anything else I can help you with? Otherwise...
Is there?
Could you please leave the store?
Oh, man. Sorry, bud. And I'm like, finger gun. He's like, yeah, bye. And we're gonna leave. It's like, dang. I leave.
Your otter isn't a very good
I
wingman.
do that
He's not. He's not a good wingman at all.
Oh, I do that like they just want to keep talking, and I just go, if there's nothing else I can help you with, hope you have a good. Oh, sorry. Anybody else?
Like, as I'm walking, it's like, did I come on too strong or not strong enough? And like, I'm talking to the otter, like, as I re-enter my house, like, should I actually just like ask her out, like, or was like threatening to like keep her boss? Like, I just wanted her to have her own shop. She seemed like a nice girl, and she wanted to be a tailor. Like, was that like, I'm saying this to my otter, but it's insane, but everyone can hear it as I like walk in. Like, that's the tail end.
You like pass people on the streets, and they all kind of do like one of those like, who the heck is he talking to? What in the world?
I mean, the otter's just like.
And I think by the time you get home, you kind of see the otter like picking at the vest, like he's not 100% comfortable. Like, it fits appropriately. Not really rubbing, but it's like one of those things you can only wear it for so long before he's not super comfortable in it.
Yeah, don't worry. It's made out of leather, bud. We'll break it in, but you don't have to, and I'll unbuckle it, and it's like, you don't have to wear it for missions. You're like, it's you don't have to wear it normally. Yeah.
Finger eights.
We're fingering things now? Okay.
Figure eight is what I was trying to say. Like,
okay.
He'll do them in between your legs, like, as you're walking.
Okay.
Once you take it off.
All right. Hey guys, what's up? How's everyone doing? Got any cold eggs?
I like my. I'll probably have my apron on. I'm not. I mean, if it's in the morning, maybe, but I would imagine it's. I probably have my like French maid outfit on, kind of. Not like the full get up, but you know what I mean. I have like a frilly apron over my usual clothes because it's the only thing that was in the cupboard.
I mean, I'm just imagining. You said a French maid, and I'm imagining
just
patches in like in like, yeah. That mental image was great. Thank you.
Good. But yeah, so that's what I'm doing. I'm cleaning house.
You're so good at this, man. Like, why do you clean houses? Like, you just do you think this is fun or something? Like, is this like your
Because
thing?
I don't enjoy living in filth.
Oh, okay. I get you.
Also, tell your otter to wipe his feet.
Yo, bud, don't forget to wipe your feet. He's like eating at his paws, like trying to clean them and licking them and things, and gives Patches like a double thumbs up. So
He's probably a little. He doesn't like your otter. No offense.
It's okay.
I mean, he tolerates it.
I don't want to interrupt, but we didn't do experience for last session.
Okay.
Oh no!
We should
I
do
want some
that
experience.
before we get too much further.
Sure.
Every playbook has a little bit different questions as to what
I clicked off my experience.
experience
Oh, I think I did too.
Yeah.
for their character.
I think that was the only thing we did last
People
time.
got them for desperate roles, but there is another question that's like at the very top of the character sheets, I believe. And we should do that quick.
Okay. Every time you roll a desperate action, mark XP, or you address a challenge with tracking or violence.
Yeah, I think that we did do XP. That was
Yeah,
a
like
downtime
I'm
thing we
pretty
did
sure
last
we
time.
did it, unless there's something
I
extra.
couldn't remember for sure.
Yeah.
And before we went any further, before there
Mhm.
was any confusion of what happened this week and what happened last week.
Gotcha.
Because I have 2 pips of experience in my insight
Okay.
right now.
Maybe that was the last thing we did.
So
That was
with experience, since we're talking about it real quick,
Mhm.
when we get to when we fill up our experience bar, that's when we put a new pip in that thing.
For the skills.
Yeah. So
Yes, I think the playbook advancements, which are the bar that's right above,
yeah.
I believe those pips go into taking moves.
So the little XP bars next to your attributes like insight and prowess,
Mm-hmm.
when that's full, you gain 1 pip in one of the skills in that category.
That's exactly what I was asking.
The pips that go into playbook advance at the bottom of your sheet, when that bar is full, you get a new special ability.
Oh.
And also, XP from the playbook advance bar at the bottom can be taken out of there and put into one of your attributes to get a new skill.
Oh.
Didn't know that.
Things that go into your experience for desperate rolls stay there, but like if you get general experience, you can put it into like insight or prowess instead of playbook advance if you want more skills instead of special abilities.
That's what I ended up doing. So.
That's cool.
Yeah. But I think we did XP last time because
I
it's
thi-
questions about what we did in the session and we want to do it while we were fresh.
Yeah.
Okay, I couldn't remember it, and I was just sitting here and going, I feel like I'm forgetting to have you guys do something before we role play anymore. I wanted to make sure that we did that. Okay. Thank you for being better than me and remembering.
I am absolutely not better than you. You're better than me.
Aw.
Oh.
I'm better than all y'all. Let's keep going.
Shots fired!
Anyway, next.
All right.
You could go. I mean, we're kind of any scenes you want to have.
BRB.
Let's do them.
Well-
This is also the point in time when you can try to find another job, another score to do.
I imagine I would just spend some time kind of checking in with all of the people that live there and making sure that everyone's content.
I mean, I'm good. You ever see that kid again?
Do you think Pat could have found my hidden compartment by now?
Your audio is cutting out.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe type it in chat or say it one more time.
Turn your video off and maybe say it. Yeah, your bandwidth is just that bandwidth.
That didn't mess up cams or
I
anything.
was just
Yeah, it
going to
does.
say,
It's
do you
fine.
think Patches would have found the loose floorboards and hidden compartments?
Ooh.
Maybe. I think that if he did, he wouldn't, tamper with them. He probably would just be like, "That's interesting," and kind of keep going about his business. He might look inside, but wouldn't, move around, move your things or touch your things or anything.
Yeah.
He's he's got his own secrets. I'm sure he respects each of your personal space.
Yeah, I was just wondering if he'd act up or anything if he found him kind of like, you're ruining the infrastructure.
Oh, Oh, maybe I might be like, if you want like a safe or something, I could, maybe look into getting you some like a strong box or something, so you don't have to pull up my floorboards.
No, I'm used to this. I like it.
Okay, well, I'll just have to hire a carpenter whenever you're out of the house. All right. It kind of goes about his business, very disappointed that you turned down his offer. Oh, goodness. What an odd group of... He's very, kind of a stick in the mud. Compared to the rest of you, I think.
Ilya, don't worry about him. He's just a stake in the mud.
Yeah.
Wait, you're tearing up floorboards? What?
I mean, I mean, yeah, we have Big Pippin and Little Pippin.
Yeah.
So we need to maybe start planning our next score.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, what's going on? Like, what kind of, you think Homegirl's gonna have another job for us? Or maybe, like, I don't know, maybe, like, there's, we gotta sneak in, like, hammers and nails for the building workers, or, like gold from, like, under, or maybe there's, like, a map behind, like, an important document and there's a treasure to find. Like, what's going on? Like, what do you think?
Yeah.
What do you think we should do? What do we want to do? We can do whatever we want. Stick
Aren't
to
you
the
in
man.
charge?
What?
Aren't you in charge? Are you supposed to tell us what to do?
What? I mean, this is a collective.
I thought this was your idea.
I mean, yeah, but I mean, like, this is like a collective, like, thought process, right? I want to get everybody's opinion, like, and vote on it because we're unionized.
Okay. Well, my thought process is maybe something with less explosives involved.
Yeah, that kind of, I heard people talking about it, but, like, didn't mention our name, just someone else's name, so that was cool. That was probably you guys, right? Yeah.
Yeah, I might have had some little birds spread some rumors.
I didn't know you had a pet, too.
Yes, well, I have lots of secrets. Miss Dr. Biscuits, what do you think the move is?
You're muted,
You're
Jason.
muted, Jason. On Zoom.
I actually clicked on mute before I said that.
Mhm.
Okay. Wait, what did I do this time? Who's accusing me of it? I categorically deny it.
We're just
We're,
thinking about, like, our next job, man.
Oh. What about our next job? We have a job?
Well, that's what we're trying to figure out. Like, you know anything or anybody that needs something to get done?
Well, I've been a bit distracted lately with my experiments and other things I was doing. I haven't really talked to anybody in the last week.
Who are you making experiments for?
Anyhow, moving on. It's just well, they weren't working anyways, and yeah, anyhow. But
Well, maybe we check in with our contact then, or
Yeah.
Yeah.
we know. Does anybody remember the lady's name that we
I
got the
don't
job for?
remember what I named her. I should have wrote.
Well, then you
Well,
can
the
name her
VOD's
again.
up.
That's true. I will find it in the VOD.
We'll call her that one lady at the bar.
Our patron. Thank
Our
you.
patron. There we go. Our patron.
You also would know that, like, if you went down to the docks, you might be able to overhear like some job opportunities. There may be other places like other people who want things smuggled out or something like that, depending on where you wanted to go.
That sounds like gather information.
I mean,
Yeah.
all right. What do you want me to do? You know what? There's a girl named Sarah, and she might need some help.
Sorry, I couldn't help myself.
She's got a boss that looks like might be causing her some issues with a free internship. Maybe we can help her out.
What? You wish your boss to be removed and perhaps his body donated to science?
No. But we'll see. You know what? I'm gonna go talk to Sarah and see if she needs some help. That you know. And I'm gonna look at the otter. It's like, by myself, bud.
Ooh.
I'm gonna put your otter to work while you're gone.
He's gonna be so mad. Does anyone want to come with? Celia, do you want to come with me? I think that just maybe, like, you know, because, you know, having, like, I'm not good around girls, but having, like, another girl there might help me be better around girls. So you could just kind of... And you know what? You might find something there you might like to wear, like a gun holster.
So, Cecilia is just staring at you like she made her decision even before you started talking and is just waiting for you to stop.
Alright, cool, we're gonna go see Sarah. Bye, boys! And, like, he's just out.
I pull out an otter-sized apron. Get to work, Otter.
So, what are you saying? He ought to pull his weight?
Absolutely. Or I'm gonna have to find an otter, another otter.
Yes, an otter, there's an otter, and another otter duck.
All right.
Hi, I'm old.
It's okay. So,
I would say ladies, but Royce is not a lady. So y'all.
He's not a lady. So as we're, like, kind of going on there, I'm just gonna, like, so, how do you like living in a house, Yulia?
It's a house?
Yeah, you know, just, yeah, cool, that's a house. What do you think about my boy Patches?
He's a bit of a clean freak, though I don't dislike that.
What do you think about, Dr. Bisquick? Trademark.
He seems a bit unstable, if you know what I mean, but he's pretty entertaining.
Yeah.
My favorite out of the group.
Yeah. Well, anyway, you know, if you need anything, I got your back, right?
Yes, of course. And, you know, we might even see each other at some family function. If you need a place to hide away, I know the incident at the mini building.
You know, like, it's not that I would need a place to hide. I think that I would just, because, you know, we got to this level of awkwardness with our family because nobody wants to talk about politics at the dinner table. I think I'm going to stir some shit up for Grandpa's dinner. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
No one wants to talk about the child that they all know is there, but no one wants to acknowledge.
Yeah, I'm gonna point you out the whole time. I'd be like, that is the coolest hat, and I'm gonna keep talking about how cool your hat is, to where it's like people have to acknowledge your existence.
It's fine. I don't care anyway.
I mean, I care though, because and I just like hold out the side of my hand for a bro fist.
She gives one awkwardly, like is this how you do it?
Yeah. I mean, there's no like wrong way. Like you can do just like the standard this, or you could do like the legit bro and just kind of like awkwardly like side hit each other, or like you could do the thing where it's like you hit and then you do the up and the down and you hit again, and then you can like hit and you can make them explode, and then you can hit them, make them up and down and then explode. Like there's all kinds of ways. We'll come up with our own.
She lost interest halfway into that explanation.
He does not notice. Anyway, we approach the Taylors again.
I think it's like later the same day,
Okay.
and you catch Sarah like locking up. You can all.
Hey, Sarah!
I think she like turns the key to go back inside.
No, it's fine. My friend here needs a hat.
Well, we're closed, and I thought you weren't gonna come back.
Oh, I thought you meant my buddy wasn't gonna come back.
Are you talking about the otter?
Yeah.
What did he do? Again.
Nothing. Like, nothing.
I-
Like.
My boss claims he threatened his life.
1 second.
Sounds like something he do.
Well, my boss just said he did one of these, and she points to her eyes and points to you. But apparently he had a menacing look on his face.
Oh, I taught him that. Don't worry about it.
Oh,
I
what?
also taught him a little bit how to play cards. So Dr. Biscuits, our friend, taught him the whole shenanigans.
Okay. Sorry.
Don't worry about him looking menacing. Otters always look menacing.
I really should be getting home.
Anyway, so I had some questions about, like, it, and, I'm
Okay.
sorry if they scare you or anything. Like, I'm not trying to be, like, weird or
You're
scary.
really forward. Like, if you're gonna try to get girls, you should, like, maybe cool it a little bit and get to know her. Instead of come on real strong and then try to get to know her.
Yeah, sorry. I'm really sorry, Sarah. I have a hard time talking to girls because they scare me. I am the second youngest of 10, and the 7 above me are all female.
Well, then you should have lots of practice on.
I am practice cowering, and that is not. Anyway, I was actually wondering. It's just these are actually. Oh man. So you want your own shop?
What are you thinking?
I'm just asking if, like, I'm just trying to make conversation that you're doing this because you want your own shop, right?
Well, I'm doing the leather working because my dad owed Joe, the leather worker.
Oh, you're an
a
apprentice
debt.
for your dad.
Yes. I
Oh.
mean, my family's not very well off.
Oh, yeah.
Both me and my brother. My brother's a blacksmith's apprentice. I wanted to do sewing, but he couldn't find a tailor who would take me, so
Oh.
the next best thing.
Is your dad paying you?
No.
So you're working for him for free? That doesn't sound very fair.
Joe isn't my dad.
Oh, okay.
My dad owed Joe a debt. I'm working off his debt.
Oh, you're working off your dad's debt?
You're from a rich family, aren't you?
Yeah.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah.
This happens a lot with us poor folk.
I'm trying to understand. It's
Sometimes your dad gambles with people and can't pay off his debt, and he basically sells his children to work off the debt. Or
Did he gamble with someone who used trick dice?
I mean, I don't know what happened when he gambled. I just know that I'm supposed to work off his debt.
like you kind of just see like Royce like visit like even like his fist just kind of like balls up a little bit. He's just like, that's children shouldn't have to pay for the sins of their parents, man. Like, you're your own person.
I do enjoy the work. It does include some sewing. It's just not
Yeah, but
beautiful dresses. It's
and I bet you would make really pretty dresses too. And you know what? It's not just you, right? Like you just said that it's a lot of people like you, a lot of kids like you, like are forced into this because their parents can't get their shit together. But you know what? That's not the problem. You know what the problem is? The problem is this society. We have created a society that has made this a viable option to sell your children to pay off your debt. And you know what? I'm not okay with that, man. I'm not okay with that at all. Like, all of our internships should be paid, and we should go to the ones that we want to go to. And I'm not, you know what?
I think she like walks
What
a
do you
couple
need?
steps forward while you're saying all of this and like touches her wrist. Like, it's okay. I actually get food and a place to stay that isn't just a shack. It actually has a front door that locks.
I mean, that's great and all, but like that's basic survival. You deserve more than surviving. You deserve to live.
Roy, she has a good job compared to most of us in the slums. Just because you're born with a silver spoon doesn't mean you can't look at everything else. I understand
I'm not
terrible.
trying to say that. I'm not, but it doesn't have to be. And those of us at the top of society should fix it. We're gonna fix this. What do you need?
Well, how are you gonna fix it?
Once I find out what she needs, we'll powwow about it. Maybe we'll go after these people that are having these, like, gambling away, like, the establishments that people are gambling their life's earnings away on.
My dad works very hard to try to provide us
Yeah.
with our basic necessities. And if Royce looks, because I'm not going to assume he's actually paid attention to what she's wearing.
No.
But okay, so for everyone else other than Royce, it looks like there have been, like, she got scraps of fabric and, like, made her dress a little bit longer, and when there's a hole, she'll take another piece of fabric and, patch it. I'm okay. I still get to do some sewing, and leather is not anything like fabric, but you can make lots of cool stuff with it.
Yeah.
We made your otter a thing.
Where do people gamble to lose their money in this town?
I don't know. I'm like 15.
Okay.
You're
You're only 15? Shit!
Okay, she can be a little bit older than that.
No, it's kidding. Like, she's 15. He goes, I'm patient man. And I'm gonna look at Elia just like, we're gonna take out loan sharks and people who cheat at games. I don't know, we'll figure it out, but that is our next mission.
Are you going to take me out too? I have these, and then pulls out the trick dice and trick cards.
Ooh. Like, do you want to should we go play them at their own game and win back the debt? And then, like, oh, we can't do that to, like, every person. We're smugglers. I mean, what if we, like, disrupted, like, a shipment of
back to
boiled,
the house
of shrimp for their buffet or something? Like,
I'm
this
gonna go back to
turn
the house. I don't want to be involved in your criminal doings. I'm gonna pretend I didn't hear anything.
bye,
You're a
Sarah!
real nice guy.
Are we going to be Ocean's 5 now?
Yes. Ocean's 1.
O- Ocean's 5, 4 scoundrels and an otter.
I mean, listen, this is just Royce being Royce, but I don't know, maybe,
I'm glad you found something a passion you can live for. I'm going now. Bye.
okay, and when we're done, you can live your passion!
I already
I'm
kind
sorry
of am.
about him. He's out of aircraft. So sorry about him. Do whatever you need.
I gotta check on Joe. He left in quite a panic a few hours earlier and didn't come back to the I don't exactly blame him now. I mean, you're a real nice man. Thank you for your patronage at Leather R Us.
Congratulations, Royce. You've traumatized the poor teenage girl.
He's also a teenager, like, he's not, like,
How old is he?
19!
Just got real passionate about making sure internships are paid.
Yeah, you know what? He's a millennial during the recession. Leave him alone.
He's too real. It's too real.
Anyway.
She walks away at this point.
But we gotta figure out who's forcing the working class citizens to gamble away their money, their earnings. Like, we can find the root of this problem, Elia. That's our goal. Trickle down economics doesn't work.
Sure.
Oh no, did everyone? Are you okay?
Maybe I should come back and tell the rest of the team about it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Sorry, it seemed like you were drawing a blank there, so I thought it'd help.
Well, actually, like, you
I
guys'
also want to-
cameras froze.
Oh.
I also had a cookie in my mouth, so I couldn't talk.
No. Yeah, no, we're gonna go back home. Royce is, like, pumped up to stick it to the man. It's like, we need to learn how to play blackjack! Like, going into the house.
So what
Is
is
it
the
okay?
name of... go ahead.
I was just gonna say, is it okay to do a job that isn't smuggling, even though we're smugglers?
I mean, we can smuggle something out of there that might disrupt, like, if it's a casino, right?
Yeah. We can do any kind of jobs we want. We're just specialized in smuggling.
Oh, okay. See, that's what I was asking. Thanks.
And, I mean, we can support our smuggling operation by, like, assassinating the competition.
Well, maybe we
That's-
we find out where these loan sharks are, and we discourage them from continuing their business.
Oh, we can smuggle their money into our vaults.
That also sounds good.
There we go. It's legit now. It's transportation. It's wealth redistribution.
And then we can, like, I don't know, create a grant program for people who want to make dresses.
It's very
Where
specific.
Robin Hood?
Maybe just a grant program.
Help underprivileged youths.
help
Sheep there.
underprivileged youth gain a valuable, lucrative career in the criminal enterprises.
Yeah, yeah. Grants for dresses. Why not grants for like pickpockets?
Well, no, they're grants for dresses that are covered in bells all over, and then the pockets are filled with coins,
This is
and all the
serious
kids
matter, guys.
and all the kids have to try and get the coins out without ringing the bells.
And then the otter like slumps in the room with his like with the broom and dustpan, like, oh, I'm so tired. I've been cleaning all day. Of course, he doesn't say that because he's an otter.
But that's like how he looks.
He's
Um,
pooped.
When Patches isn't looking, the otter's like this to Patches.
Ilya would do the same thing to the otter.
The otter's like thrown back,
I
like
can see his
oh,
reflection in my shiny bald head.
looking around everyone, and it's just like takes off his apron, and it's like fuck it, I'm getting sardines. I don't give a shit if it's morning, and like swaddles over to go get a tin of sardines. Just opens it, and it's like, okay, otter, like who still doesn't have a name, like, but yeah, I know what he's gonna kind of go into like his spiel with Dr. Biscuits and Patches about like, you know, it's there's clearly a system here that's holding the people down that are underprivileged, and there seems to be some sort of connection with gambling and people selling their children off and to pay off debts, to work debts off instead of you know, people kind of following, having the equal opportunity to follow their dreams. And maybe we should help even the playing field somehow.
That's what the rich boy says. So, you guys want to go for it? I know that only 2 of us would even know how to gamble. And guess.
Ooh, can you repeat that one?
Even know where the gambling place is.
If I may, she said that only 2 of us know how to gamble, and we got to figure out where the gambling den is.
Yeah.
You're cutting out a little bit, Rabbit. I'm trying to fill in the blanks.
Thank
Say it one more time.
you.
No problem.
Well, I mean, I'm gonna look at our gamblers. 3 of you know how to gamble, because I'll look at the otter.
Yeah, I was gonna say 2 of us can gamble, so that's Dr. Biscuits and the otter, right?
And Rabbit.
Who still owes me 20 clams?
Literal clams.
It's like,
Yes, literal clams.
well, y'all would be at the most risk doing this, as far as that goes. So I mean, we would probably need your skills. So I wouldn't make you do this if this wasn't something that you thought should also be done.
Yeah, maybe we take out a loan ourselves and find out where this money's coming from.
Or gamble debts. Yeah.
If we have somebody, I think maybe even Celia could. I don't know. Could one of you disguise yourselves as someone else,
Ooh.
or as just a random person? Because that might be a cool way to.
Patches, what if you pretended to be my dad?
Let me find his voice. That might work, but you know, I'm not that much older than you.
Pretending to be dead, so like every day.
I would have been 12 when you were born.
I mean, like, the science backs that up. Like,
True. Suppose it might work.
but yeah.
He just looks a little taken back by the idea. Like, I'm not old.
I can get some information there if needed. I do have a couple clients that visit the gambling. Yeah, I do have a couple clients that visit the gambling place often.
That's a great place to start.
Yeah, very much.
I know that it would probably be under like, it'd be like considered like a vice den or whatever. Like a gambling den would be like, you know, I don't know if any of our vices are gambling.
Mine is luxury, so.
or I don't know if that's even a vice,
Mm-hmm.
but
Gambling
Mine
is.
is
Gambling is a vice.
pleasure.
I thought it was.
Mm-hmm.
What's yours, Rabbit?
Pleasure.
Oh, makes sense. Mine's super lame.
What is it?
It's obligation.
Aww.
No, it's not. I like it. I just
Yeah.
it's like compared to like gambling or something. It's like come on, go
Nice.
be a servant. Anyway,
Yeah.
I think we're all on the same page. Theater nerd, what are you thinking?
I don't care.
You cool with us going
I
through
have-
this?
I had zero planned. I was gonna go with whatever you decided to go with, which is apparently taking down a gambling den. It's fine by me.
I mean, we could make it our own gambling den.
That is
Like, I
It's-
mean, it just depends on how much, I don't know exactly what we can do, but, if we could maybe put a stake in it or, there's multiple options. We don't necessarily have to, like, take it down or take these people out. Maybe we could, get in on action or,
figure how to redistribute things.
yeah, like Dr. Biscuit said, redistribute the wealth.
Put a stake in it? The gambling den is a vampire?
Maybe.
Better be a big stake.
Or a small gambling bin.
Yeah. What is this? A gambling den for ants?
It's very low stakes. They're gambling for crumbs.
But why male models? I'm sorry. Oh god, that movie is just too fucking good. Like, anyway, yeah, no, like, I definitely think, like, Royce just comes up with a random idea, and if we're down, I think before we make a plan on what to do, let's figure out what kind of establishment it is and figure out, like, their inner workings, right? Like, how do they
We need
affect
to
society?
case the joint.
Yeah. You know, maybe get
I
the
believe
up
is
and
the
up,
term.
the in and in, get an inside man on the job. Like, infiltrate.
Are we looking for more of an infiltration type job or a raid type job?
I think infiltrate, as of right now. That sounds like something that'd be dope.
Yeah, I agree. Because like it could be a long-term thing. Like maybe
Mhm.
we don't necessarily want to take these guys out immediately. Maybe we just need to get somebody on the inside and learn more. And
Yeah.
then maybe our next job could be the raid.
Yeah. Or the redistribution, or however. Yeah, that sounds like a plan. Alright.
All right.
Yeah, we need to take some off the top for the regular Drafters Benevolent Fund.
Mmm. There you go. That sounds. You see, Dr. Biscuits is an asset. You're not just
No
some
question.
guy in. You're not just some guy in the basement making weird things. You're
Blinding himself.
you're a pretty dope man with some dope ideas, some great insights.
He helped teach the others to gamble, and I'm sure there's many other things we haven't learned that Otter knows how to do yet.
I'm sure the otter is full of surprises.
Royce taught the otter to play cards. I taught the otter how to cheat.
Guys, I have a secret to tell you.
Uh-oh.
He just knew how to play cards when I met him.
That's nerving.
The otter is like just like stops eating a sardine, like midway, like mid swallow, and is just like kind of like looks around like.
They're on to me.
Wait.
I
wait,
them
no.
from the old gambling place.
You didn't teach the otter how to play cards?
No,
Then how the hell does it play better than me?
I mean that's probably why. Like I don't know how to play anything.
I apply a scientific method to all of my card playing, and it's still cheeky bugger.
You look at the otter and he's like playing Sudoku. Like- All right. So we shall infiltrate the gambling ring in this city. Is our next course of action for funsies.
Funsies.
Fantastic. If that is the case, can we take a break?
Yeah.
That I can get some information pulled together, which
Yeah.
I may or may not have already been doing.
Yeah.
And I need a bio break.
Yeah. Take a $5. Take a $5. Let's take a $5, everyone. Hello.
All right.
While everyone's taking a fiber, I might go grab someone from my yard and turn the camera back on.
Oh, yes. It's a baby goat.
A baby goat.
Yes. All right. Go ahead and take a $5. I'll still be hanging out here with everybody, talking about stuff.
I'll be back shortly.
Just, yeah, no. As a reminder, y'all, we're a viewer effective game, and there's lots of stuff kind of going on today, including, you can name this otter. He still doesn't have a name, though, Buddy is the closest thing we got going. Look at that cute fucking dog on Jammy's bed. Jasper! Hi, Jasper! But yeah, thank you everyone so far who has been supporting the channel. Thank you Lich and Drew for the biddies. Thank you to He Games, She Games, for the raid. Thank you for the Stalwart Initiative for hosting us. It's all very appreciated. Couldn't do this without you guys hanging out and participating and just liking what we do. And I like that you like what we do. But yeah, sub points. There will be a straw poll. We have like an hour and 15 minutes left of the stream. Maybe if we get these sub points up, we can name the otter. That's the plan anyway. Do 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 do. Look at my chair is amazing. Behave, OBS, thank you. How's everybody in chat doing today, though? As we, that's a cute dog. Oh, no, look at that dog. That dog's so cute. I love that dog. I love that dog. Oh, no. That doggy. I'm in love. I'm sorry, chat. I was distracted by this really cute dog in this camera frame. Like, I'm in love with that dog. I'm in love with that dog. Playing with that dog.
No haircut.
Hi, we were all enjoying the show that you and Jasper were giving us.
Yeah, he's so adorable.
Just so good. Now I actually need to bio.
It's rainy outside, so he's just bored. Lazy.
I can just say I'm really glad they give us some factions and NPCs already created in the book for this kind of stuff. Ugh.
Oh yeah, yeah, I like that too. I think that's pretty neat. I also like the yeah, like the contacts that they provide for
Mhm.
players.
The suggestion.
Yeah.
I feel like I don't know if you've played a Powered by the Apocalypse game, they'll give you like suggestions for looks and like eye color and like all clothing and all that. So
Hey y'all, what up? Still waiting on Robin and Jason?
I think so, yeah.
How's everybody doing today? I have crackers and hummus.
I'm ready for a nap. I didn't end up going back to sleep this morning.
Mm-hmm.
I'm doing good. I've been nauseous like the past few days, but you know, I'm just kind of dealing with it. It's how it helps to just be distracted with this.
Mm-hmm.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Sorry. Did not intend to be an asshole.
I never do either. Just happens.
I don't try, but I fuck up a lot. Well, I fuck up a lot less than I used to, so.
Well, guys, I would like to inform you that all of my assholery is very much intended. Oh my god, is that a goat? Look, it's a baby goat! Oh no!
Oh, it's so cute!
Oh man, oh my god, it needs to be fed! No!
Just too good.
I watch a lady who's a sheep farmer on YouTube, and my favorite time is when the ewes are lambing, because the baby sheep will do like the cutest thing if she throws bedding. They'll all run and hop on the bedding, and then they'll run back the other direction and hop some more. It's the cutest thing.
That is adorable.
Yeah, that's the thing the goats love to do.
Alright.
I've seen. I bet it's a interesting home with all those animals around.
We can't hear you.
Yeah, I apologize. I wish we
And your
could.
camera's even frozen, so.
No.
Mhm.
No, there it goes.
Anyway, if we're ready, you want to jump back into it?
I think it's time for an engagement roll.
Ooh. Speaking of engagement roles, because there were requests for it, I have added re-rolls to the crew sheet as well. So the crew itself,
I'll need to jump out.
yeah,
Okay.
has 2 re-rolls.
Cool.
Alright. Jason, you did the last engagement roll, right?
Probably, yeah.
Yeah, because the first one, Jamie, do you want to do it this time?
Sure.
How are we? So now we count out what our engagement role is going to be and what the factors are.
Okay.
So, you get 1 dice for attempting.
Mm-hmm.
1 dice.
Okay. 1 dice.
1
To-
die is what I meant.
Well,
For
I'm not gonna-
existing.
Mm-hmm.
Sheer luck.
Just sheer dumb luck.
all right.
I would say you get another for this operation being particularly bold and daring, since you pretty much don't know, unless somebody wants know exactly what you're going up against.
Nope.
Because you're basically just walking into their place and going, not, we're gonna try to shut you down now.
Yeah, you're walking in. It's like,
Bold and daring.
Yeah.
yeah, like nice joint. Ours now.
Mm-hmm.
You don't get one for hitting them where they're weakest. Does anyone have any friends or contacts they think might help in this?
Rabbit might. But she's not there anymore.
Oh
Okay,
shit!
look at
She's putting the baby goat
Mm-hmm.
back up. She'll be back in just.
Because she did say she had clients that gambled, so.
She probably. I will give you 3. We'll just make it 3.
Okay.
So to do a engagement roll, do I click?
It's on the crew sheet.
Oh, it's on the crew sheet. Gotcha.
Mm-hmm.
But I think you lose 2 tiers or 2 dice because the target is strong against this approach, and they are a higher tier than you are.
So 1 die.
Good luck.
And just to be clear, this is in like an infiltration, like almost like a social infiltration mission, right?
Oh yeah, I suppose I should have asked what exactly your plan was.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, I mean, I don't think we're gonna go in there like hurt anybody. We just kind of like try and intimidate them and be like, hey, you know, we would like, you know, we're upcoming and we're making a name for ourselves. We want a piece of the pie.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this operation's on our turf. You better cut us in.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, that's a good one. So number of dice, just 1.
Uno.
Heck yeah.
Taking it, that's 6. That you just rolled.
Yeah, that would be. We start in a controlled position.
Cool.
Okay.
So, you find a gambling den near the leather worker store. And you walk in. What do you do at that point?
We all walk into what's the joint? It's a just
It's a
kind of
gambling den. Once you walk in, you see people throwing dice, people playing cards, other forms of gambling.
Does this establishment have a name?
I'm going to name it the Bald Goose.
nice.
All right.
I'm just gonna
Because that
walk
was the
into
first
it.
name that came into my head.
I like it.
So clearly we need to walk in and go, I think I will cause trouble on purpose.
I might just try to go up to the bartender and maybe, you know, very just kind of nonchalantly, just, you know, this is a nice place. You know, I bet the owners have it good. You know, try and like just like kind of weasel my way into figuring out who's in charge and who's on like the manager on duty or whatever kind of deal.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You walk up to the bar, and the bartender will ask you if you'd like a drink.
Yeah, I'll have a whiskey neat, please.
Goes to pour it, hands you the drink. What brings you in here today, sir?
Well, you know, me and my friends, we making a name for ourselves around town, and we're just kind of scoping the place out. You know, we want to see who's who, where's where. You know, this looks like a nice joint, so you know, it's good to meet the big names around here.
Go ahead. Oh, I can't. I think this calls for a roll.
Mm-hmm.
What
He's
do you
getting
think?
progressively more cockney as the game progresses.
I like it. I like
He's
it.
gonna end up like, oh, so I don't know it.
Oi, governor.
No, we're gonna get in a Barney.
Yes, exactly.
Barney Rubble. Trouble.
All right,
It's
get
okay.
carried away.
It's fine.
I get excited.
score is on, consequences are on the table now, and it's no longer fortune rolls.
Gotcha. So,
I
what
would
kind of roll?
say,
We should be
It's-
controlled to start because of the engagement.
yep, it's a controlled, probably standard roll.
Sway, you think?
That's fine if that's what you'd like to use.
Yeah, I think it's. I mean, it just makes the most sense to me. But if there's another one that makes sense to you, I'm all for it.
Nope, sounds good to me. You get to make that decision. If that's what
Okay.
you'd like
Yeah.
to use.
Control. Yeah, it's a little bit. I forget that's a little bit different from what I'm used to. So controlled and
Standard.
standard. Okay. And 0 bonus dice, just the 1.
Ooh, fail.
Well, darn.
You have a lot of you have 2 rerolls, dude.
All right, we'll go ahead and use one then.
Mhm.
Get it out of the way.
Let's do it.
One more try here.
It's a 50-50 chance one way or the other.
Success with a minor consequence.
Okay.
Oh. I think he looks you up and down a second, since you brazenly told him you're new in town, and scoping out the joint. These aren't people you're gonna want to fight for turf.
Ooh.
Why's that? Tough folks.
They're out of your league.
Well, maybe we don't want to fight. Maybe we just want to make a friendly negotiation. You think you could point me in the direction of your boss? Take your time.
Sorry, give me 2 seconds. This is Brooke trying to make a decision, not.
Yeah, you're
I'm
good.
trying very hard to get the otter
We
to
kind of
not
this is
gamble.
all spur of the moment, so
Yeah,
sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you, Val.
it's like I'm just trying to tempt the otter to not play blackjack right now. It's like, no, we're not here. We're just. And the otter's just like, oh yeah, I'm right.
He's gonna start a riot.
I'm probably subtly encouraging the otter.
I am going to blatantly try to conspire with the otter that I'll play the blackjack and the otter can like circle around and look at other people's cards and signal me.
I'm telling you, they're out of your league. But the young one, he points to a blackjack table. The young one's at that table gambling as we speak.
Okay. Well, maybe we.
Is it the table that the otter's playing at with us?
Probably.
I'll go tell our gamblers, hey, that's the table you want to gamble at. Maybe we make him put up a bet that he regrets. And I'll try and like scope out like the youngest person at the table and kind of be like, I think that's him.
Ah, so we'll be using the Istanbul gambit. Clever. And then Dr. Biscuits wanders off. You have no idea what the fuck he's talking about. You have never heard of Istanbul.
So you see the probably younger looking boy, but you also see that he's like fairly muscularly built, probably about 6 foot 6'1", just huge arms.
Royce feels suddenly
Go the gambler.
inept. Like he's like 5'5", and it's just like, oh man. Okay, I don't know if I want to sit next to that guy, but I'm not the gambler. The Bud's here. I'm his escort today, right, Bud? Yeah, that's what I thought. They make it explode. Like.
I make sure that I'm armed. After I realize that she's banking on the otter.
We're all banking on the otter.
Should we have, by the way, set our load out or whatever?
Oh yeah, you probably should pick how much load?
I did a light.
Also doing light.
I might do a normal load.
I'm going to go with the normal. We're going to a gambling den. I'm going to dress ostentatiously.
Yeah, I considered normal as well, but my character doesn't really depend on gear that much, so.
I don't expect
I
it to
think
be
me
normal.
carrying a rifle just into a gambling establishment would be awful anyway. So, like,
You would probably have to check that at the door.
exactly.
You're
So,
smart enough to realize, Royce is smart enough to realize that chances are high another gang is running this establishment.
yeah.
And if he's not, Patches probably is, and probably said something.
Mm-hmm.
Do I see the tailor in here, the leather worker,
Mm,
or someone who looks like Sarah, like her dad?
go ahead and make a roll for me.
Okay.
Um,
I got hunt or survey.
that's up to you.
I think this is gonna be. I'm looking for a target to get their information. Nah. I think it's gonna be a survey.
Okay.
Okay.
It's controlled with standard effect.
Controlled.
I mean, you guys haven't,
Standard.
other than Patches, really done anything to draw
Yeah.
attention to yourselves yet.
And no bonus dice. 5.
Yes. So, I think what happens is you kind of like look at all the different tables, and you do see someone who looks like Sarah, a little bit more olive complexion, black hair, eye color is the same, like smile is almost identical to his. But in the process of doing that, you stare like too long at a table,
Yeah.
and someone catches your eyes, and it's another one of those bigger, like brutish type guys,
Mm-hmm.
and he does one of those like,
Oh, and I'm like, sorry. Whew. Sorry.
you just see his eyes narrow a little bit.
Like the otter comes up behind me.
Yeah, this doesn't have quite the same effect as it did on the.
No, it doesn't. But it like that's just what the otter does. Just like stands on my shoulders. Like, you know, I'm gonna say sorry. Like, sorry, I zoned out there for a second.
Don't do it again.
I mean, you're not my type, man. But okay.
You just see his eyes like his eyebrows furrow in confusion.
I mean, no offense. Like I'm sure you.
So he's confused as to like why you made that comment, because he's like, I think you just get him to gruffly say, "You're not my type either."
My friend Patches, though, you might want to talk to him.
Sure, kid. And he's probably like in his probably mid-30s.
Yeah. So, you work the joint or what? You just or you were a frequent visitor?
I like to play cards.
What's your favorite game?
He looks at the table, looks back at you.
Yeah.
He's playing black. He's at a different blackjack table.
Oh, blackjack. Yeah. Oh, okay. You know, I've never. I'm kind of looking for, I don't know, a senpai, someone who can teach me the ways. Well, not necessarily me, my companion here. As I point to the otter, he's looking for a master, a zen.
Yeah, sensei.
That's sensei.
It's senpai. Different thing.
I know that they are, but Royce doesn't know that. He's just looking for.
Okay, I didn't know.
Yeah, and the otter is just like, You know, we're
Well,
we're
Flutter-
looking for a place for him worthy enough for him to practice
Oh,
as
it
well.
actually does mean that.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
You know, the otter just
You're
kind of
right.
nods in agreement to Royce.
Okay, can you make another roll for me?
Yes. Sway.
Sure.
All right.
This is probably still controlled,
All right.
at least for the time being.
Uh-huh.
And we'll say it's limited because at this point, this
Yeah.
like, what is a kid doing in this establishment?
He's like,
Um, sure, I'll teach your otter how to play blackjack. Is this not? This can't be. Or yeah, he just says yes and still looks at you like
Wow.
not exactly sure what's going on.
the otter like goes down from my shoulders and like sits in front of like this guy, and just like,
It's like, I have no idea what you want, but I will tolerate your bullshit, kid.
yeah. And I kind of hope that like maybe a result of all of this, of like, you know, this otter playing blackjack with this gambler at this other table might draw attention away from whatever who's going to the other table with our guy, like to less attention there so that conversations could be more private. That's kind of Royce's intention with all of this.
Okay, Dr. Biscuits or Ilya, what are you guys doing?
I'm probably just trying to talk to the guy that we're supposed to talk to, trying to get him more relaxed around us, so to make us seem like we're just a friendly type of normal goers at gambling establishment. And I mean, I bet I can also try to use my background to try to seduce him a little bit.
Okay.
Go ahead.
I just want to resolve this and then we can do whatever. So the kid's sitting at the table playing blackjack, and he sees you walk up to him and he goes, can I help you?
So yeah, I'm just wondering, what type of deck do you use? I know there's the normal playing deck, but this is quite an interesting establishment and I want to use... Are there any special types of cards you prefer? Probably from the maker Johnson and Kin.
He looks at you and he goes, I mean, we just use standard playing decks of cards here. Nothing fancy. Most of the guys come from the butcher shop here, and sometimes their hands aren't the cleanest, so we don't bother wasting our money on that.
I see. Now, I'm not going to use these cards because of course that'd be bad, but I want you to take a look at them. Tell me, do you find them quite interesting?
He takes the cards from
Yeah.
your hand
It-
and he'll like fan the deck out. And I'm assuming this is your trick deck?
Yes.
What, are you a magician?
Maybe, maybe not. Maybe this is just part of who I am, but look at these cards. Do you see something quite interesting with the shape of the spades? They're slightly different to show you that they are made of a slightly higher quality, but can also do this. And she just places the card in her hand, does a little hand movement, and brings it up to show that it's from an ace to a king of spades.
You better not be cheating at my establishment.
Of course. I told you that I wasn't going to use them, but I'm showing you what these cards look like. After all, who knows if someone else wants to?
Are you suggesting you want to be my security? Because I've got some of that.
No, I'm just showing you because this is a newer style that people haven't seen lately. So I just want to give off some hints and probably have a friendly relationship with you and your establishment.
Go ahead and make a roll for me.
Right?
It's
Would you consider that sway?
sure that works.
The god sway.
Am I able to assist by being distracting?
His attention is almost completely on her for reasons.
Mm-hmm. And it would be controlled, I'm guessing, for now?
Yes. Until something happens.
And standard effect?
Yes.
Alright.
Oof. Duh. Okay.
You
Um.
still have a reroll.
Yeah, I'm gonna re-roll that. I
Okay.
have one re-roll.
Excellent.
Probably a good call.
Actually, any better.
No. Well, I mean, technically, you rolled a 3.
Mm-hmm.
It's still a failure. Now, one thing with control rolls, unlike other rolls, is that you have an opportunity to try and back out and try something different instead, but it becomes risky from then on. Or you can just take that it didn't work and there's a minor consequence, and hopefully somebody else can figure things out.
But that's up to you, Ilya, as to if you want to push it or not. Or if you want to try something different. Otherwise, are you taking the failure?
You there?
Uh-oh.
Oh, yes, I'm taking the failure.
Okay. Fantastic. He looks you up and down one more time, and cool. Thanks for showing me. Anything else I can help you with?
No, I believe I'm good for now, unless you would like to play around.
Well, now that I know
Possibly
you're a
before.
cheater, I kind of wish you'd leave my establishment.
Of course. I understand why you are worried about that. Don't worry.
Well, actually, Dr. Biscus is brewing something up. I don't want to cut
Yeah.
him before he's got
Dr. Biscuits.
He's mostly just playing blackjack at the table, kind of keeping an eye on things, ready to sort of move and intervene if things seem to be really going wrong. But it's mostly just kind of taking an overwatch position, I guess, and letting everybody else, be the face, take the moves. It's not that great at being social. I wonder why.
So, like, as this man is teaching my otter how to play blackjack, so what's your name, friend?
I like to imagine it's actually the otter who's teaching him how to play blackjack.
Yes!
But sorry.
Mhm.
People call me Conan.
Conan. Man, that's a dope name. Name's Cola. Nice to meet you. As I, like, shakes hand. This here's my buddy. He doesn't have a name yet. Or he hasn't told me his name. He has not thus trusted and bestowed upon me his name yet, but he's pretty awesome, huh?
I mean, I don't really blame the otter.
But you know what? He keeps me around, so it's I'm assuming it's a charity case. So, Conan, is there some, we're seeing how my bud here is just, like, doing a great job, right? Like, I mean, he's something else, right?
I mean, I never professed to be
Mm-hmm.
teacher material when it comes to playing
Right.
cards. I like to blow off some steam after a long day butchering at the butcher shop.
I'm wondering if you know, but you do come here often. I was wondering if you knew how can someone like my buddy here get VIP status in an establishment like this.
That's out of your league, kid.
I'm not talking about, but is it out of his league? As I point to the otter.
I mean, I've never seen an otter play cards, let alone be a VIP here, so...
Hey, the worst that could happen is someone says no, right?
I mean... money always helps.
True. But who I talked to about that?
You see him kind of just nodding over to Ilya and the kid.
Alright. Okay. Have you ever talked to him before? Think you can introduce us?
I tend to not go over to that table
Oh.
unless I'm asked to approach.
So, buddy, as I look to the otter, we need to be asked to that table. Put it all. Let's go all in. And they're gonna cock up a plan to get now for the guy talking to Ilya to notice and be intrigued in them. A performance, let's say.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Patches. You sounded like you wanted to
Yeah.
attempt something.
Well, it sounds like we kind of are on the right track. I definitely wanted to get a seat at that table if no one else is. But it sounds like we have to be invited, so
I mean,
I
that
do-
didn't stop Ilya from walking up.
Sure.
true. I might, I could, maybe, I have a vial of slumber essence. Maybe I could knock one of the players out, spike their drink, and take their place at the table.
Okay, how do you want to go about doing that? You're still the bartender is still having like small talk conversation.
I would probably just like act like I'm watching the game, like obviously it's the high stakes table, or I'm assuming it's like a high stakes table. So they might have an observer or two, or an audience or so. I don't know. Maybe that's not allowed or whatever. But I would try to just nonchalantly kind of walk by and maybe like ask the hey, what's the buy-in here? And while everybody's looking at me, I like at my face, try and like maybe slip the vial of slumber essence into this guy's drink.
Okay.
So like I'm finesse, I suppose, for pickpocketing kind of deal.
Yeah, that would probably be the appropriate stat.
Unless
Or
there's like a
attribute.
distraction one, but I don't think that's
Well,
one.
I don't know. Do I assist by being distracting? Dr. Biscuits is very good at being loud and noisy.
That's on you.
I
Sure,
would love that.
I'll take one stress to give you one bonus die.
How are you going to be distracting? Because I just want to hear you describe it.
Oh, well, yeah. Every time I'm distracting by gambling, right? So, I'm keeping an eye on my allies, and I sense that going up that, and so just at the right moment, I stand up, slam my hands on the table, and say, "For the kind, you all lose, suckers!" And then the dealer's like, "Sir, that's an 8. That's a total of 8."
Awesome. So are we still controlled, or are we now risky?
I thought there was one before risky.
I'm not sure.
I don't
It
think
goes
risky,
controlled,
desperate.
risky, desperate, I think.
Oh yeah, I think you're you're getting to the point of risky now.
What kind of effect?
That's a good question. I should be better about this.
Also, mark that off my load. I think it's 0 actually. So cool.
Standard is still fine. I don't think.
Okay. And 1 bonus die from the assist.
Oh,
Here goes nothing. Wow, that's bad.
yeah. So I think you see the kid's hand just like shoot out as your hand reaches close to his drink, and it's not like he's even looking at you, because he's busy like with his other hand like flipping up his cards to keep playing blackjack. I wouldn't try that if I were you.
Okay, sound go. Yeah, I will say, oh, I thought that was my drink. I'm sorry. I like them a little bit stronger than the average. My mistake. Walk off. Really quickly.
He doesn't let go.
Oh, okay.
So you would have to try to do something to get away from him.
Right. In that case, oof. Goodness gracious. Let me think about it for just a moment. If anybody has
We
any
can go to someone
suggestions,
else
I am
and
open.
come back
True.
if you would like.
Do we have something else going on as well? I think some
I,
other stuff.
I don't know if anybody else has an action they want to take. We can take that and then go
I'm
back.
just looking over my options real quick.
I mean, if like everyone's trying to get this guy's attention, and like my whole thing was definitely seeing if an otter that consistently gets winning hands at blackjack gets the attention of this man to invite him over to the table. But I'm also just kind of, I'm gonna like stand there, like look, and kind of not necessarily the first guy I was talking to, but the other one, to be like, oh man, what's going on at the high stakes table?
And is this okay? So I wasn't really trying to. Obviously I wasn't trying to drug the guy that we're trying to connect with, because I was trying to drug someone else so that I could play with him. So.
Oh, right.
Right. So this is just one of the other high
Like,
stakes players.
Okay, so that was maybe my bad.
I'm just clarifying.
But if you look, and I maybe should have described the room, there are a lot of these like super built guys all over.
Butchers.
The brutes. The brute squad is all over this place.
Gotcha. Okay. I would say maybe I could try to God, goodness gracious. I'm thinking, maybe I could just try to make a sway check with my excuse and say, I really, I thought that I like maybe look like I was trying to like sneak in my own alcohol.
Okay.
But if that doesn't work, I can try and think of something else. I might just have to fucking try and like book it though, if that doesn't work.
Okay.
Like,
I will say this is a desperate roll, whatever you choose to
For
roll.
sure.
And it will be a limited effect. Like, about all you're going to do is get your wrist free from this guy.
Gotcha. All right. Well, here goes nothing. Ah! What does he punch me in the face?
I think you start to feel, why bother doing that when he's already got his hand around your wrist? I think you start to feel like his grip tighten, like to the point where you, at the very least, have sprained your ankle or sprained your wrist, and at the worst, it's probably broken.
Gotcha. Okay, so
Because
harm.
I'm talking like 23-inch around,
Yeah. So, well, Patches
biceps.
is like a little scrawny dude anyway. He's
Right.
he's your average build.
Mm-hmm.
So you would take a level 1 harm of broken wrist.
Ooh.
I guess I had
And
that
daily
coming.
patches.
Oh,
And I think
oh,
after
ow,
he
okay.
does that, I think you should get away from the table before it gets worse for you.
Me too. Yes. I agree with him and run off back to the bar to get another whiskey to nurse this broken wrist.
Civil War, you know, if they have to take it off, at least I can have a glass of whiskey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man, that poor guy. As I say to my new friend sitting next to me, that's also hanging out with my otter. It's like people are really protective of the high stakes table. It seems, huh?
Like I said, most of those people don't either always play there or were invited to play there tonight. I mean,
How do you get invited?
it's whoever the kid wants to invite.
What's his name?
Usually they have a relationship with the kid.
Yeah. What's his name?
Corin.
Conan and Koran?
Shush you. That's what name I didn't come up with.
Corin.
It's
What's his
Cora.
family name?
Look, you just send him over there. Send the little guy over there.
Mm-hmm.
Probably entertain as long as he doesn't like mess around with the cards and the chips. Maybe he would get invited to sit down.
You up for it, bud?
I don't think you want the otter to end up like that guy.
You know what? I don't think the otter is gonna end up like that guy. I think. Oh, poor Patches. I'm gonna look at my buddy and be like, "Go get him, Tiger." And the otter is gonna tuck a deck card, tuck some chips under that he's won underneath his arm, and is gonna go and like skitters and just climbs up this guy's chair and just like,
What?
what's up?
Who let this thing in here?
I'm gonna sit up, and the otter's gonna sit up and pull out his chips and like do an eyebrow waggle, like.
Who the hell taught you how to play cards? What the hell?
He's gonna point to Conan.
And this is why that Conan will never be invited to this table. Teaching every little riff-rat... I meant to say riff-raff, but riff-rat makes much more sense. Thing that walks in here how to play cards.
He's gonna take a chip and he's gonna put it in his mouth and be like, "Put your money where your mouth is, boy."
Okay.
Like that's the expression that he gives this kid.
Yeah.
Wait, you're serious? You want Conan taught you how to play cards?
Seeing that
He's
the
gonna
other-
wink. Like.
Yeah. Seeing that the others there, Ilya would just give a "you got this" look, and then just walk away to the bar.
As this is happening, Royce will come up. It's like, "Ah, man, sorry about that. He gets a little carried away. Come on, bud." And I'm gonna turn to his like, "Sorry about that. Chambers, Royce Chambers. Nice to meet you, sir. I'm gonna straight up say my real name. The Chambers family, just great establishment here, amazing clientele, great service, and you know what? Your bodyguards kick fucking ass."
He looks at you. Go ahead and make a roll for me.
Yeah.
I think you're probably still you're in a risky position, but you get standard effect.
Okay. I will sway. It's the best I can offer. Unless I have to do consort.
No.
No, soy sounds good.
You're-
All right.
Some things will be better, but really either of those, I think,
Yeah.
work in this situation.
All right, we're risky. You said.
Yes.
And standard. Okay. Come on. No bonus dice. I have a reroll.
Wow.
Yeah, I have a
Wow.
reroll. I'm gonna do it.
You
I'm-
guys rolled so good last
I know.
session.
Come on, Royce. We believe in you, buddy. Like you are.
He looks you up and down and looks at his arms.
Here we go.
23 mass.
No, no. And I'm just-
bicep. Looks at your bicep. Looks back at his bicep.
You know what?
You're messing around with something you can't handle.
I believe you. I believe you. I'm just gonna take my otter and go.
Probably a good idea. And your whole gang, that guy at the bar who my buddy just probably broke his wrist, and
Yeah.
your girl here. And
Yeah.
I think the crazy guy is one of yours, but you all better get out of here.
Yeah. Sorry about that, fam. It's like, all right, guys. All right, let's go. Come on.
I wouldn't recommend coming back if you know it's good for you.
No, I also believe you, and I stop and I kind of turn. But if I can ever make this up to you, if you ever need something moved, you know my name. And I'm gonna go ahead and leave.
I'm going to turn around from flirting with the bartender, like, wait, what? We're leaving already?
Yep, let's go. Come on, let's go. Let's get the fuck out.
Yeah, I'll leave. Very.
Mhm.
I'm not saying much. I'm pretty downtrodden right now.
I will dramatically flounce out and make all kinds of comments about this game must be rigged and oh my god, it's unfair, and occasionally just yell bunko. Now, I was robbed. I had 4 of a kind.
As we get out of earshot, Royce is gonna be like, well, that fucking sucked. Come on, guys, what is and I look at Dr. Mystics and Elias I was dependent on you. Poor oh man, we could get in some serious trouble. Shit.
I was trying to make him trust us, but then he thought I was going to go ahead and cheat this place when I already showed him, the owner, the cheat card, so he knows
Excuse
that
me.
I won't be using them.
In hindsight, man, that was, man, I should have stopped talking to girls. No.
In conclusion, we hate them now, right?
No, in conclusion, we leave them the fuck alone. They hate us. We fucked up. Just stay.
Should we
No.
maybe find what they're looking for shipments for and perhaps redirect their shipments to their rivals? And then maybe pin the blame on the rivals?
Oh, yeah.
Hold on. Okay. So, actually,
I mean, they may not like us, but they're not likely to be against our operation. After all, they're dependent on some of the stuff we transport in as well.
Yeah.
But perhaps if we can figure out what they're looking for shipments for, and perhaps intercept those shipments and deposit them in the back rooms of our rival establishment,
I mean,
there
I
might
did
be
also offer to do a job for them is the problem.
nothing saying
Yeah.
we can't do jobs for everybody.
That is true.
Profit to be made all around.
I'm still kind of just not feeling okay with that interaction, guys. I want to sleep on it before we get start thinking about new things. Just want to maybe sleep on it, take some whiskey, get Patches some help. That looks oh man, what did you try to do?
I don't want to talk about it.
Come, let's see that wrist.
Yeah, that guy, you know, he might have broke it, but I think it's okay.
Oh, it only looks like it may be a minor fracture here. Not too bad, but once we get back, I will be able to patch you up. No
Thank
problem.
you.
At least there is a good side to this. No one died.
Upside.
I mean, I didn't expect anyone to, but I also didn't expect to, like, suck otter balls.
Looking at the otter like, what?
Looking at the otter with a questioning look,
Hey.
and then looking at Royce with a questioning look.
I mean,
And then
We tried to play nice. Maybe we go, we take a different approach.
yeah,
or we find out who they don't like and we play nice with them.
that is true.
That could be a less riskier approach.
Yeah,
The enemy of my enemy is occasionally a useful stupid tool.
yeah. You know, I
That's how it
did,
goes.
at the very least, I still think I became friends with Conan. Maybe Conan's got some insight on that.
You made a friend! Fabulous!
I am a sociable person. Look at these friends, and I point to Patches and Elia, who is my servant and my family.
And Ilya isn't even looking at you.
And low-key but true, I have massive respect for Ilya and not so much for Royce.
Ouch.
I also have massive respect for the otter.
Well, yeah. Yeah. Well. I forgot. Got kind of lost. Where are we at? We're headed back to base, trying to recoup.
Pretty much. That didn't go well. We should figure out something different to do.
Yeah, for sure.
Get some kind of penalty for failing, though.
Nope. There just isn't a payoff.
Mhm.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
And
I guess the penalty is my broken wrist and the stress that we took.
Yeah.
and trauma and heat, because
Mhm.
that was an encounter stacked against you pretty much from the start,
Mhm.
and
What-
then you rolled poorly.
Yeah.
although I don't know how much heat we would get because that's more of a measure of the police heat rather than other factions heat.
Yeah, but they might have
Except
connections with
for this particular faction is in with the blue coats,
that's what I was
Ah.
gonna say.
Good.
so
Mhm.
y'all are screwed.
That's what we get for trying to take over a gambling den that has crooked cops on the payroll. Thanks, Royce.
You could have said no!
So I will say it was a loud and chaotic high exposure, so it starts at 4. You went
Mhm.
after a high profile, well connected target, and the situation happened on hostile turf,
So
which gives you 6 again.
Wow. Wow. Blowing up dynamite and producing dead bodies was not as bad as
It was-
poor interactions with some gambling den people.
Mhm.
Wow. We suck.
I know your successful mission didn't. I mean, it did gain you 5 heat,
Mhm.
and it would have gained you 6 if you hadn't talked me down. But that's all we're gonna do for downtime for this. But let's go around and do experience.
All right.
We got like 20 minutes.
Managed to get any?
was that 6 heat on top of the 3 we already? Somebody had marked 3 on our crew sheet.
I thought that was cleared.
Yeah, that
So
just
we're back
wasn't
to
updated.
6.
Mhm.
We should be at a
You
total of
were
6
at
now.
0 before you decided to
Mhm.
invade hostile territory.
I
Okay.
like this game, man. It's a fun system.
Yeah,
Really?
it's good.
Really, like, if you'd rolled better, you probably would have made it out okay. You probably
Well,
still would have had the heat, but you might have come out okay.
Mhm.
I enjoy, maybe it's the DM in me, but I also enjoy failure.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, if we're gonna get that much heat out of it, as I'm leaving, I'm gonna uncork one of my vials and discreetly toss it under the table, and it's essentially a stink bomb.
You know what? I'm not even gonna make you roll for that. I don't even care.
They're just
Yeah.
like, oh,
After I tried to negotiate, oh man, just makes it worse. Okay.
sorry. There's a skunk in the bar.
Who let a skunk? You all better not be teaching it to play cards.
Bartender's like, I didn't use my skunk liqueur.
Okay.
Essence of skunk.
Ode to skunk.
Ode to skunk, yes.
Pepe Le Pew.
I'm imagining just like, I don't know, like an alchemist or something with that.
I do have alchemy, so
There you go.
Val, would you like to do experience for Royce first so that we can
Sure.
finish this out?
So I did not roll any desperate rolls. I did not address the challenge. I would say I might. Would you say I addressed a challenge with tracking or violence?
No.
Yeah. Okay.
No. You were trying to be
Yeah.
hella smarmy.
Yeah.
Ch-
I did, in fact, express my beliefs, drives, and heritage and background.
yes. Was that your whole soapbox about?
Yeah,
everyone
I did some
should say
soapboxing, so
upper
that's.
class should do something about this.
Mm-hmm. I don't know if I struggled with any trauma or with my vice this session. I personally didn't struggle with trauma or my vice.
Well, I don't think you've had a trauma. I don't know
Yeah.
how you've gotten out without a trauma.
Yeah, I don't have a trauma yet. Teamwork wise, I did not assist anyone.
oh, that part's not XP.
Oh, okay. Okay, so I got 1 experience point.
6, 6, 2, 9, 4.
Cool.
And I think I can put that into my resolve, maybe.
If it's a general experience point, I think you can.
Yeah.
You can go to any attribute or just to playbook.
Yeah, I'm gonna do resolve.
I did a desperate roll in finesse, so I marked a XP in that, and then the only other XP I would get would be from perhaps I tried to address the situation with calculation, but that's questionable. Because we really kind of went in there.
I would give you one for that. I think your calculated was trying to. You didn't succeed, but you.
I was trying my best.
Tried to be calculating in. Well, if I take out this guy, I can do that. Like, there was a clear like, if this happens, then this happens, and I can do this.
Cool.
So I would.
I will just do a playbook XP for that then, because I want another special ability. And that's all for me.
Dr. Biscuits. Would you like to do your XP, or did you?
Doesn't look like I get home much. I didn't actually do a huge amount this session, at least on score. Like expressing beliefs, drives, heritage, and background, and both, proposing and supporting this redistribution of wealth, and that, and also just making everybody around me uncomfortable with how fucking weird I am.
I would give you 1 XP for that. Yes.
Yeah. Otherwise, no vice, no trauma, and I didn't actually address really challenges with any technical skill or mayhem. So,
Yeah.
There's always next time.
Not a challenge.
not
You
challenge.
caused mayhem as you walked out.
Yeah, stink bomb definitely, but it was only a stink bomb. It wasn't like Greek
Fire or anything.
Yeah.
I appreciate a good prank.
It's not like I set a grenade timer for 1 minute and then dropped it under the table and left.
That's next time.
Ilya.
So I did not do anything desperate. So I did express my background a bit, but it was less in the role play. Would you still consider that a point?
I'm going to give you an experience point because I think the whole gambling and cheating and all of that, which you did express in roleplay, and just unfortunately rolled poorly.
Mhm.
That I think is, at least to me, is part of her background as being a lady of the night. So
Alright.
I would give you one for that.
Yeah, and then address the challenge with deception or influence. I tried to sway people, but
I would give you 2 total.
yeah, tried to sway them. That didn't turn out well.
Yeah, you addressed did not succeed.
Mhm.
You attempted.
I attempted, and I failed.
Yay, consolation prize.
I mean, failure lends itself more to experience than success does, so.
Quite
Yeah.
often.
Mhm.
Yeah, it
one
doesn't
thing
really
I
reflect it in most games, except for this one.
Yeah, I like it.
One thing I do want to mention, there are flashbacks that might have helped you guys with this a
Yeah.
bit more. But I didn't
I
want
forgot
to
about
tell
them.
you how to play the game, like play your characters. I maybe should have mentioned it sooner.
I thought about it towards like the end, and like just kind of like okay, like just kind of thinking about what kind of flashback could have like helped in this, but I was just coming up like fucking blank.
I liked it.
honestly forgot we had that.
Mhm.
Yeah, I forgot as well, but I think that, for a second session with this system, I mean, I think that it all went very smoothly as far as the rules and stuff are concerned.
Mhm.
Maybe next time we can get some flashbacks in.
Yeah, I liked it.
There's one other major aspect of the rules we haven't used yet, and it's that if you make a bad roll and you're facing a consequence like harm or something else,
Mhm.
you are allowed to make a roll to try and resist that,
Yeah.
but you end up paying stress.
Mhm.
So, for instance, if you're like, no, I don't want to take the harm from my wrist being broken, you could say, I'm going to resist that. And you would roll prowess, and then that would determine how much stress you take instead, but you don't take the harm.
Gotcha. Oh yeah, see, you can click on it to resist consequences.
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
my bad.
That's
Yeah,
alright.
I was gonna mention that, but it skipped my mind when something came up. Most of the
And then-
consequences didn't seem to that, except for that.
And
then
I'm
also
gonna
there's the bonus die. You can
I'm gonna put together more handouts. I just didn't in the last 3 weeks, so my bad. But we'll have
Well,
some.
that'll come with time too. Those of us who haven't played the system as much, it'll come with time.
Anyway, I think we're good to go for
Yeah.
outros.
Yeah, that all right. Awesome. Thank you everyone for coming and showing up. Super super fun. Thanks for the raids, the biddies, the hostings, and the follows. You guys are amazing. My players are amazing. My storyteller's amazing. Things we got
You're
going
ama-
on. Thanks. Things we got going on for the rest of the week. Tomorrow, catch us for Revenge of the Gith at 11 a.m. PST, as well as on Thursday evening, catch us for our Pathfinder 2e game. Lost Tale of Yuzoya at 6 o'clock Pacific Standard Time. And then we'll be back here next week as well. Since this was our makeup day, tomorrow's our normal time. That next week would have been our normal day to play, and so we're gonna be doing it. So yeah, that's what's happening on the channel in the next 7 days. Sahara, where can we find you?
Well, I don't really have social media, so you can find me basically if you can find me. I do a cringy Wattpad if you want.
Nice.
Yeah. If you look for me, I'm just Mad Rabbit. And yeah.
Nice. Thank you. Jamie.
I'll be here. We're doing this next week as well.
Mhm.
All right, well, I'll be here next week. That's where you find me. Also, I'm on Val's Discord. If you ever want to reach out to me, I do a lot of D&D homebrew stuff, just as a hobby. So, holla.
Cool. Thank you. Jason.
Well, I'm Jason. Don't really do social media, not really around. I mean, I'm on the Discord and occasionally talk too much on there. I irregularly play Brinkwood on stream. You can search on Twitter for that if you want more information. But otherwise, yeah, I'm just here and I hang out and I get to put on a bad posh Victorian accent.
All right. And last but not least, our wonderful storyteller, theater nerd.
Hi, thank you for this. I had a lot of fun today. That went a direction I wasn't expecting today. I didn't realize Royce was gonna stand on a soapbox and be like, "Even the poor deserve money."
That's the whole reason he's a vigilante, man.
I didn't really see her to be that type of character, other than in Victorian times, people would do that to their children. But where you can find me tonight, you can find me over on Uncanny Adventures. More than likely, I'm feeling a bit under the weather. Playing Call of Cthulhu, where I play a marshal who tries to do the right thing, although it's becoming more and more exceedingly difficult to follow the law. On Wednesdays, I am playing an angsty teen superhero, where the GM and I are working on a reveal that will blow the other players' minds. And I'm pretty pumped. But that's over every Wednesday over on channel Other Doc. Otherwise, all of my social media are below. Anytime you see that username, I've never not been able to get it. So likely you're talking to me.
All right. Cool. Awesome. Thank you, everyone, for showing and coming up. We're going to give some love over to our friends at Goldheart Gaming. They are playing some Dungeons & Dragons, so, you know, can't be mad with the OG. And everybody, wave bye.
Bye.
Bye.